Hello, this is Crazy Copter coming to you live once again on Twitch, and I apologize for no Perfect Dog Zero stream Wednesday. That was a big miss. Not terribly happy about what happened during the week, honestly. I was supposed to get vaccinated, but then that didn't happen. I'm still waiting on that. Had to postpone it to next Wednesday, and as all the screen above shows, I'm not going to be streaming again next Wednesday. But I will be streaming tonight and Monday, though. And now I'm going to take a look at another obscure series. This time, a platforming series published by Sega and developed by Westone, the Wonder Boy series, or the Monster World series. And I'm starting with the first game, however, it's remake of a remake, Wonder Boy Returns Remix. I was going to play this game on PC, but for some reason I could not get that to display on my OBS. It just wouldn't pop up, so I had to go and buy the Switch version at the last minute, just so I could actually display this. I didn't want to postpone this as well. I wanted to do something tonight. But, if you're interested in playing this game, don't get the PC version. It seems like it's a bit buggy. I don't know about the Switch version. We'll find that out as we go along, I suppose. Three difficulties. Practice for beginners, normal and 1 point for the arcade purists. I'm not feeling that hardcore right now. I'm just gonna do normal. But anyway, this is kind of weird because what happened is that this originally started out as Wonder Boy Returns and was more of a follow-up to the original game, having the same structure but different levels and bosses. Apparently people didn't like that. They thought it deviated too much from the original game. So they took that down and replaced it with this, which is a more faithful conversion of the original game. And then I see people hate this version because it blocks all the stuff from the other version, and I guess I couldn't include both versions. It's just people are pissed off on the other spectrum. I never played the original Returns version or the original arcade game, for that matter. Well, you can obviously choose between the two characters, and I do believe they play differently, but for the sake of consistency, I'm going to be sticking as, like, the canonical... At least, I won't say canonical, but the ones... Tom was the original character, so therefore... He's the one I'd be doing first. Anyways, let's go ahead and... stop this. I'll try to. Yeah, this is still a very Arcadian structure, because there's a time limit that just keeps going, and it does not stop. So you kind of have to go, and you punish it by collecting fruit, and it's like... to go along, but... Ah! I have not heard terribly remarkable things about this. Like, it's a decent game, I've heard, it's just that, but there's nothing really fancy about it. Like, if you're gonna play any of the Wonder Boy games, unless you want to see where it all began, I guess this is not the one. It's not, again, not a bad game. It's just, whoops, tripping over rocks is hazardous. Like, it takes a lot to help out, which again makes sense, but I guess that's invisibility. Another interesting fact about this series is, oh boy. Am I seeing flickering on the... Not on my screen, but I swear I saw flickering on the... Maybe it's just my imagination, I don't know. I don't know why this game is... Well, game is giving me problems, and I died. But tradition, I die like at the beginning of every stream I play. Well, most of them. Like, this game just does not like being displayed here. Yeah, the bottom of it is. I don't know what to do about that, man. It's just... Again, it's not an issue when I'm playing on my TV, but on here, yeah, it does seem to be a bit problematic. I have no clue what's going on here, and I will note that there's a bit of the frame rate on the screen is kind of as it is, but again, this is a game I can't really take my time with, and there I go. Again, from my perspective, it seems like it's the bottom half of the screen. I don't know why that is. Seems like it's easing off here, but I could be wrong. Again, this is kind of hard game to look back and forth on because again, I am kind of being timed here. And there's no easy accessible way for me to play the original version, so it's kind of a tough look thing. I don't know what it is about sprite-based games on the Switch that causes this. Like, you're having this issue on some level with Scott Pilgrim. Alright, good. I mean, okay, it seems like it's easing off a little bit now. It could be wrong. Just wait and see. Alright. Yeah, I'm looking and it's... Maybe it's just the one level, maybe... Like, I say that and it's gonna happen a lot more. I don't know. It's kind of weird that games have weird performance issues. Like, they don't show up on the screen proper, but it's like the one Scott Pilgrim level where we were doing the other day, and there I go again. Where everything on that was just going cuckoo crazy. Again, I don't know what's going on here. Like, I don't want to say it's a catch-all itself. It wasn't doing this when I was playing other games. It just seems like it kind of stepping against games like this and Scott Pilgrim. Also, if I recall correctly, apparently, if I read correctly, I should say, they get the best ending in the original Wonder Boy. You had to collect all these dolls of his girlfriend, Tanya, I believe, and I don't think this version implies that. They're still there to get, but you don't have to get them. Alright. Again, that wasn't too bad. I don't know how long this game goes on for normally, and again, this is really abnormal loading for what seems like a very simplistically designed game. I can probably keep the... Yeah, I did experience this when playing the game, when playing other games. Oh, whoops. Toasty. Yeah, I think they split the endings by difficulty, and I'm gonna play the normal version. Like, I don't know if I have the patience to sit through it. Like, maybe I would normally, but not here. Especially if the game's gonna have weird visual issues. I am sort of kind of familiar with the gameplay. Oh, yeah, this is an okay game. I died in one hit. But my point being is that I played the previous games, like not the previous games, the games that came after it actually. Well, they are previous in the sense that they came out before this remake, but I don't know. Wonder Boy 2 is gonna be something else. Like, I like it, but it's gonna be... And that one back keeps getting me over the fire pit. I am so unfortunate. Alright. Really need to focus on the bats. They're gonna become the new bees at this rate. It's gonna give me grief in Xenoblade X. They're gonna give me grief here. Again, it would be cool if I could actually finish this game tonight. Because I want to at least... I want to try to do most of the games in one setting. Maybe not the later ones, but like the first few of the arcade ones that actually were on arcade. Those ones I want to complete in one setting, but again, I kind of need to focus on what... Are those skulls? What are those? Like, Dokuro stones. There's also a weird momentum thing going on here, which is kind of unusual. Like, he goes higher... Like, he jumps higher the more momentum he has, and... Which, again, is something that I seldom seen in games, especially platformers, and... I get... Okay. I got a thumb guess, and now there are things like turning into hamburgers and cake. Is Tom tripping? And what? Oh no! Oh no! Now I got death on my tail, and yeah, kind of packed them. Another thing this guy became known for is that this is Westone actually published games like this in the sequel on multiple platforms, but since Sega owned the characters in the title, they were often changed, and most famously with this, when this got put to like the NES, it was published by Hudson and became Adventure Island. And that series got its own sequels made without Westone, and became its own thing. So basically, the Adventure Island games are basically what would happen, they're basically evolutions of this type of game. Like, they have the same basic structure, but they're a bit more polished in that regard. As in, like, what do I say? Like, the gameplay is more along the lines of how it plays here, as opposed to how the later games play, because most of the later games play, like, a variation of the sequel. And there we go! What's this? Buggy arcade port that I'm trying to run on multiple consoles? Well, these crafty bees should mess with the frame rate. Whoa! It's a weird wolf guy over there. And then you just went, okay, that's cool. That's not cool. I'm not gonna eat the shrooms again after what happened. That was a bad trip, and it literally had death on my tail. This doesn't look so, like, not necessarily the game itself, but the aesthetic does scream mobile phone port. Which I don't know if it was, and oh, how he's even giddy about killing me, cool. Because a lot of the remakes have like this painted aesthetic to them, like the remake of the Dragon's Trap, but again, this does kind of scream. I don't know if the game originally was on smartphones, it could have been. But no, this is definitely the Switch version, and again, up. Yeah, I seriously need to stop looking back and forth between the mods. Like, I'm looking because I want to see if there's any flickering going on, but at the same time, I have to keep my eyes peeled for whatever nonsense happens with the enemies on screen. I believe it's like 8 worlds, I think. So we'll see how that plays out. Because again, if I can beat this tonight, then I can move on to the sequel, which I played the sequel, and it is like... I think this game's tough, the sequel, Monster Land, is much less forgiving. Especially since that game, like, every game onwards kind of has like an experience system. Like, every game, like, all of them except for the third one, Monster Land. And here's the boss, this giant dude, this giant ogre-looking guy. That's another critique though, because apparently the original Returns version had unique bosses, whereas they're all just this guy, because that's how it was in the arcade game, actually, when... Basically, you gotta do this over and over again until you beat him. Like, you have to beat him many times, it's like Bowser in the original Super Mario Brothers. I think even the Adventure Island version had more unique variety in this. I can see where the complaint from that is. Like, maybe have this guy make the final boss, perhaps, and have the evil boss beforehand be unique. Alright, let's see if I can kill him in time. Okay, let me just... Can I just stay low? Alright. Alright, and he's heads down and he grew a new rhino head. Because that's what can happen, you can just regrow your head. Something I do kind of find fascinating is that with the exception of like one of the board games, it seems like there's a passage of time, like every game takes place in a different era. Like this is like a prehistoric-esque era. Surprisingly about dinosaurs too, which is a bit more accurate that one of the dinosaurs and cavemen coexisting at the same time. That's always historically inaccurate. But I don't think this game... I think Adventure Island does, but I don't think that game takes place in prehistoric times, because that game's protagonist had like a baseball cap and everything. He still wore like the little grass skirt, but his name was Master Higgins. He's apparently an avatar of one of the Hudson staff, but the English version just calls him Master Higgins, and that kind of sounds a little silly. Some 30-somethings dude wearing nothing but a skirt and a baseball cap, and he gets like the really fancy sounding title of Master Higgins. Okay, this boy is just called Tauntaun. To be fair, I think most of the Wonder Boy protagonists have pretty silly names, but we'll go see as we go along. I'm just kind of like, I'm having lots of bad luck, not just with the game, playing the game itself, but it just seems like I had very little sleep. I had to deal with basically having to postpone my vaccination. I had to cobble together all of this almost at the last minute. Like, again, I had to buy another version of the game just so I could play it. Like, I could play it on the PC, but you wouldn't be watching it. I just want something to go right. I just want... And again, there's the flickering issues, which so far they seem like they were just in the first stage, which if that's the case... I don't know. It's kind of like even if the game itself looks more polished on another platform, stuff like streaming reveals the flaws that are still there. Like, I remember Scott Pilgrim crashing on that one garden level all the time on the 360. It doesn't happen on the Switch version, but when we play the level on the Switch version, the screen just kind of went nuclear. You couldn't see anything. It was a big rainbow mess. It doesn't look that bad here, but it does seem like I was having some weird display issues with it on the PC, and again, it's kind of reflected here. It's like... There's a little hot shot to it, because it seems like there's some significant pickups from the food. The axe, of course, makes me feel villain, but does the hot shot, like, extend my health? Does it make it so that it drains a little slower? It's like a very rushy game, which again... Oh shoot, how am I supposed to get up there? I don't know what I picked up. And I keep dying, so it's kind of hard for me to gauge. There has to be some sort of meaning to me picking up the specific power-ups up there. Are they just point multipliers, or do they actually have some meaning? Again, what makes this really tricky is, again, a lot of the jumping is momentum-based, and reflex-based too. Yeah, I'd be stuck forever if I was playing coin-op version. And again, we're gonna have to take some creative liberties when playing Monster Land, the second game, because that's the one I recall. Like, again, it's hard, but I also recall game being pretty dang and forgetting when it comes to, oh, yeah, I am too slow. Of course, in my case, I guess I just get booed back to this. Again, Alright, let's give this another go. And I still have all the hot things, so I don't know what that did. I'm not gonna knock it, I'm just gonna keep going and hope I don't die. And I do die because that's just me. I don't know. Like I introduced to this series about a decade ago, I got like the Sega Ages collection on the 360, which contained most of the Monster World series, sub-series I should say. But with the way it's structured, pretty much every game that's not the first and third Wonder Boy games are Monster World in some form or fashion. Alright. Let's make a slight adjustment to the audio here. Make it so that my voice is a bit more audible. Again, it's kind of hard for me to gauge the volume between what I'm doing right now when I'm streaming. Alright. And again, I kind of flip-flop on what I was going to do Monday. I was originally planning doing Red Ribbon, a little one-off thing of that, but I'm kind of gonna give my sibling a little bit of a holiday, and nope, they don't doesn't pack up. This is basically restricted to eat quarters up. I got that down to a T, but instead I'm gonna do Pac-Man 99, the newest Battle Royale craze from Nintendo. Technically, it's better than Namco, but Nintendo made this version, so I'll give that a whirl. Alright, there we go. I finally got past that part. I didn't have any issues before. Alright. I gotta take advantage of the angel and avoid these weird, potentially offensive looking... Well, it's supposed to be those Dogu play things that pop up a lot in Japanese media. I don't know. Alright, just not gonna knock it, just gonna keep going. Beat up bad octaves. I got the little tiny dot. Again, it doesn't matter in this version. If it was playing the original arcade version, yes, I'd be more dedicated to collecting those, but yeah, it just seems like a point booster. And there's the swordfish that keeps getting me. There's the other one. Again, it being momentum and timed base really kind of puts a lot of pressure on you when, yeah, do I either fall into the water or do I get killed by the octopus? It's kind of like pick your poison at some cases. You have to really... Again, it's a quarter muncher game, definitely. Don't know if the original version returns fixed or not, but definitely can't, like, take your time here. You kind of... Can I jump up? No, I can't. I kind of have... Oh boy, that part's gonna give me grief if I can even get there. So I just have to kind of hope I... Okay, I'm just gonna casually... Alright, that seems to be working out so far. Like, okay, how am I supposed to get up there without potentially screwing myself over? Because it seems like... Do I have enough momentum to go back and forth and jump up cloud to cloud, or is that going to be a moot point? Because even if I do it, I may just wind up in the same position I started out earlier. I am kind of thinking at some, like, I really don't know why I plan to replace Perfect Dark Zero with, personally, but I'm also kind of thinking that the more and more that comes out regarding Sony right now, the more I'm kind of peeved about that, pissed. I'm not going to be that polite. But, part of me is wondering if I should kind of alternate between playing the Wonder Boy games and playing the Ape Escape games. Largely because... Well, at least Wonder Boy's got a bit of research going on. I can't say the same for Ape Escape. Why... I don't know. Sony's saying in the direction Microsoft was in back in the early 2010s. Because all the initial BS about the Xbox One, a lot of it kind of ticked me off. Back then, it seems like they're taking that same approach now with PlayStation 5. And like I said, it's even worse because they're not just doing the crap with the older stuff, like Ape Escape or Parappa and such. They're also doing this with, like, the more recent stuff, like Uncharted and Days Gone got booted out. And like I said, I may not be super invested in those days, but it's like, unless you're the freaking Last of Us, you're just you're worthless to Sony. Doesn't matter what type of game it is, doesn't matter what direction you take in, what genre, anything. If it's not basically a glorified interactive movie, or if it doesn't, then it's nothing. I don't know. just... So I keep ranting about that. It's like that's kind of been a thing Saturday lately, but... Ah. How do I get past that? But I kind of figured I might want to... Again, there's plenty of PlayStation series that probably I kind of pay fans for. Like, it's... Okay, I can't... Alright. Oh, so close. Okay, I see what I'm supposed to do there. I am supposed to, like, basically jump up on the clouds until I get high enough. And I have to build momentum, too. That's another fun little task there. Yeah, I'm just gonna spam the axe throwing. I have a turbo button in this controller, too, but I'm not doing that. I'm just gonna button mash. That's a lot more... Ah! Collision's a bit wonky, too, on areas like that. Yeah, maybe I will. Another thing too is I'm also kind of curious because another thing, there's a remake of one of the board games coming out soon, specifically Monster World 4. But I have no problems about getting it. It's just I don't know the timing. It's supposed to come out in May, and I don't know if I'll have beaten the other games by that point because I kind of want. I guess I'm gonna be playing the most modern version of the game wherever possible, I suppose. I'm doing it here. I'm gonna do it with the Dragon Shop, and I'm definitely gonna be doing it with like. But the question is that should I play the remake of that, or should I play the original version? Because I think I'm getting it physically, so I have both. I mean, even if I didn't, I could also play Monster World 4 on Mega Drive. But I like Monster World 4. It's kind of weird though, because they're kind of trying to distance themselves from that title, at least. I think it's for the sake of consistency. Like, the gameplay, and they're not against calling the world of games Monster World. It's just that they want something more consistent, because that's a bit of a mess. Alright. But anyways... let's kind of go on and continue. See if we can get past this stage. It's like only the first stage of World 2, and it's kind of like... I wonder if this is one-for-one the arcade game, which I don't know if this version even is that. It's definitely more arcade-like than the original version of this remake. Ah! Collision got me again. But I wonder how much that cloud bit kind of chewed our quarters. Like, if that was in the original arcade version, I imagine a lot of kids probably got stuck at that point. Could be wrong. I think it is doable to get across. It's just really, really tricky building up momentum on this part. If I could at least... And it seems like it's towards the end of the level too, that's what makes it extra frustrating. It's like I want to continue and... When I was just thinking... Alright. There we go, please. Cool. Alright, thank goodness. I was gonna be another turbo tunnel situation, but nope. I don't want another turbo tunnel situation. Or a Chicago incident, for that matter. Alright. I also heard that the Returns version had more unique variation in the stage mechanics, whereas this is a bit more samey and obvious. I can tell this is like another cave level, which we already did not long ago. Yeah, it's so weird, because like, you can't take your time here, you have to keep going and collecting the fruit. But at the same time, you gotta slow down so you don't get killed by enemies waiting to ambush you. On a skateboard, which, depending on the circumstances, can be a help or hindrance. It serves as an extra hit point at the very least, and that makes building up momentum to some degree a bit easier, so I can say it's I can't knock it completely. Can't go backwards with it though, so miss anything, I can't go and retrieve it. Alright, that's probably a good thing anyways. Like, now this isn't as bad. But again, it doesn't seem... Okay, I'm not gonna... I'm wary about floating platforms now. It seems like, are they gonna go up? Are they gonna go down? Seems like they go wherever. Alright. Ah! Frog! Alright, just... Alright, Mario at the goal. No, that wasn't that bad a stage at all. Is the game gonna be relatively easy from here on out? I will know that because of the stuff regarding Sony, in addition to some stuff regarding Microsoft, nothing that is severe with Microsoft. But, I'm not gonna be going for a new PS5 or Xbox Series X anytime soon, unfortunately. There's just nothing on there right now that can really interest me, and the stuff that is on there, I can play on either PC or other consoles just fine. Like, the only exclusive so far, one is Ratchet and Clank with the pod, which I haven't seen much of. And it kind of concerns me too, like, I thought there would usually be some more detail, but there's only 2 months left, and like, there hasn't been anything new since the reveal trailer, and the only thing they talked about in the said trailer itself was how pretty the graphics are, which kind of screams misdirection to me. Like, the game itself might be perfectly fine, but it's like, why are you going on about that? Why aren't you going on about the cool gameplay? What cool gadgets does Ratchet have now? Nope. It's just kind of, that's the whole feeling I get watching that. It's not so much about what cool gameplay you can do, it's more like, look at all the shiny graphics we can do on the PS5. And again, I'm not against better graphics, it's just that it seems a little hollow. And the thing is that Sony's approach to making cinematic games makes me resent Conker's Bad Fur Day and Metal Gear Solid. I mean, I like those games, but they're kind of the ones that did the whole cinematic game thing before it became the sweet thing to do. Like, a lot of Metal Gear Solid 4 especially was bad about having a lot of cutscenes compared to gameplay, and again, Conker's Bad Fur Day had a weird... The game itself is basically just one big, little goofy movie with gameplay bits bigger in between. The cutscenes are basically the reward. Especially for sales match. And again, I don't necessarily hate those, but again, it's like... It's kind of a acquired taste thing. I'm not big... And like I said, at least Metal Gear Solid and Conker had some gameplay to shake things up. It wasn't just like, walk here, cutscene plays. And I guess it's a little exaggerated, but you do some actions, but it feels less... Aston does make me appreciate Sakurai's approach to Kid Icarus Uprising too. With that game, it was basically... Let's have all dialogue play out on the bottom screen while you did all the gameplay and such on the top. So there was story progression, but done in such a way that didn't interfere with the gameplay too much. Like, cutscenes would only play if they had impact, like if it for dramatic impact or such. It didn't overtake the gameplay itself. You were still doing all this crap that was going on. It's just kind of a... And again, and like I said, the more and more cinematic games become... And if you like those type of games, nothing against you. Not at all. If you like them good, it's just that they're not my type of thing. And like I said, it's kind of a thing you can only pull up. And the thing is that it seems like the successful instances where it does happen, it seems like the one-trick ponies. Not so much in that... Like, I liked playing Until Dawn. That was kind of cool. But that was kind of like... I don't want to play... But I heard that the follow-ups made by the same developers were kind of crappy and at least not as good. Like, the sequels to Until Dawn were bad, and the spiritual successors were all kind of terrible, and it's like... Let me, it's kind of like... My sibling compared it to it being this generation's equivalent of like point-and-click games, where the gameplay is simple and doesn't really change too much, but it's also kind of... all similarly structured. And like, it's also kind of similar in that case, like, as I mentioned, like, Until Dawn I thought was kind of fun in a lot of areas, but it's also like, I like, again, it's different strokes for different folks. I have more of a tolerance for point-and-click games, but even then it's kind of more like one big puzzle. You gotta figure out what does what. It's more like an attack. I would argue those are like, and then there's a whole visual novel. Again, I'm not against those approaches, it's just that the thing is that they kind of treat everything like a Hollywood movie with cinematic games lately, and it's kind of like... Yeah, sorry I'm ranting on about that. And on the meme side, you have Microsoft buying out pretty much every single company at the time being, which helps power their library, but it means that in the future, you won't be able to play those games on other consoles. It's just kind of a weird exercise, and it's just like... It's kind of funny, too, because it seems like that from a business standpoint, Sony and Nintendo are leaning a bit more towards Western developers, at least some aspects. At least as far as marketing goes. I don't know about the companies and gameplay. Well, at least as far as Nintendo goes, but whereas Microsoft is kind of leaning a bit more towards inclusiveness. Forced inclusiveness to an extent, but it's like at least Microsoft is promoting Banjo-Kazooie. They may not be making new games, but you can play the original games on the Xbox Series X, and you can... There's Banjo and Smash, there's the Amiibos, which... I'm grateful that I was able to work that out and get some for my friends. There's a lot of merchandise of Banjo-Kazooie. Again, the series itself may not be having any new games, but at least there's some like... Basically, they're open to possibly reviving that, whereas I haven't seen Jack for Ape Escape, or stuff like that. It's like... And it kind of... like I said, I don't think this was that recent. Not too recent, but it's like... These wolf guys keep tripping me up. Wasn't anything else in the level, honestly. But, but at the same time, Microsoft is like... They bought Ninja Theory, they bought, Double Fine, they bought out... Bethesda, they bought out, Obsidian, I believe. Was that what they were called? It's like, they're kind of doing what they did initially. Like, they bought Red. That was... They thought that was going to be the ace in the hole at the time. It turned out not to be. So we learned about the quality of Red's games, but... Like, they can be... I think they made some pretty good Xbox-era games. It's just that... Now they're going back to that strategy and buying out a lot of companies again, and all these wolves are getting the better of me. These weird cave beast wolf guys. And again, I guess that pads out, and like, it's not entirely negative. Like I said, Double Fine just seems like they didn't know what they were doing with Psychonauts 2 until Microsoft bought them, and basically, suddenly it seems like it's a lot more polished. Again, it's a lot more gray. Even the small companies have their own flaws, but the point is that Microsoft's buying them all out. And like eventually, it will get to the point where we won't be seeing Doom on Nintendo consoles or Sony consoles anymore. And say we will, maybe different demographics or such, but it's like, I have 2 of the Doom games on, yeah. If I could, I could play the entire Doom library. Not that I will. At least not Doom 3. That was kind of a... What were they thinking with that game? Not the worst game ever, but it's like... I haven't played the 2 new ones. I played, like, the Dooms I played, I've only really liked the first one in 64. 64 especially, but that could be because I grew with that one. But yeah, you're not going to be seeing... If there's another game after Doom Eternal, it's not going to be on the other consoles. Minecraft's like the one exception, but that's because that's big. That was one of the big things. It would be a disservice to it. And like I said, I think it being sold to Microsoft is the one reason we have it on the GameCube. Not the GameCube. Yeah, it's Minecraft on GameCube. That'd be something. It's the reason why we have Minecraft on the Nintendo consoles in the first place, because they didn't want to put it on there before, but they did after Microsoft got it. And again, that's a positive example, but that's kind of the exception. But I know what some of you might be thinking. It's like Cuphead and Ori are also on multiple platforms, but one, those were developed by smaller independent studios, and when they were published by Microsoft and they had final say on where they could go, they also, again, it wouldn't surprise me if these indie companies push for widespread release, especially considering like something like Cuphead would be awesome. The aesthetic of the game does kind of feel appropriate to be on a Nintendo console. But part of the reason is because Microsoft wants to expand its Xbox Game Pass service to, they basically want the subscription services on other platforms as well. Apparently they're contemplating doing that with Steam. Which is not, which in itself isn't terribly bad, but it is kind of basically a matter of profits. If that were to happen, then the other platforms will not be making nearly as much money on their releases on because you could just get the Game Pass and you wouldn't have to really pay much at all for the Switch services. And now these wolves are going to be the end of me. It's just a poor misplacement of everything here. Again, it's okay, it's something equals, but I might put my money towards something a bit more, and if I trip on the rock, I die. Yeah, I'm gonna put my money towards less tripping rocks. But no, I'm gonna just skip out this time. I usually don't buy console during launch anyways. They usually tend to have, for the most part, they tend to have lackluster launch games. Like, again, most of the games on the new consoles can be played back on other platforms. Maybe on lower quality, yes, but they can be played elsewhere. I can play the new Oddworld game on the PS4. I mean, it looks pretty. It may have some slight issues here and there, but I can play it. And if I get that version, should I bother getting a PS5 later on, I can play it. It will get the updated boost as well. So there is some merit to that. Getting the older versions, because you get them on PS4, most of them will get a boost on PS5. But then again, you got stupid crap like Last of Us was a PS3 game. It got a PS4 remastered. Cool, I guess, since you can play most PS4 games on the PS5 as it is, including Last of Us Remastered. But apparently they're gonna go in and remake that again because that's like the only original IP. That's the only quote-unquote classic IP Sony loves at the moment. Like anything else is dead weight now, which sucks. Again, Days Gone won't get a sequel. I don't care for Days Gone, but again, it could be as new as the PS4, but if it's not if it's not like The Last of Us, then it's not gonna survive. But no, it's even worse than I thought, because I thought it was largely, because at first I thought it was just largely ignoring the PS1 and PS2 library, but no. Now I'm worried we won't be seeing any new Infamous games. I like those. But then there's also I also miss Sly, I also miss Jack and Daxter. And I think part of it, it's not just the lack of, it's not just the upper heads of Sony being an ass here either. It's also a matter of, a lot of the original Insomniac staff who founded the company still work there. Which is why we got, I'm gonna be stuck here, aren't I? A lot of the original Insomniac staff still at the company, so that's probably why they're still making Ratchet & Clank games, somehow. Again, it seems like Sony's about ready to bury that one under the rug for some reason. Whereas, like, a lot of people who made, like, Crash and Jack left after, or during the first Uncharted. Jack X was kind of like the last result for a lot of them, it seems. And it's like, it's just kind of a shame. It's like, there's no... Again, it's change in management that's kind of dictating a lot of these directions, because, again, a lot of the bad decisions about the Xbox One were done under Don Madrick. They replaced him with Phil Spencer not long after the Xbox One comes out, and suddenly there's a 180, and everything's hunky-dory with the Xbox platforms for the most part now, so yeah, that's something. Meanwhile, the Japanese head of Nintendo passes away a few years back, and while he was gimmicky and eccentric with his design choices, at least he kind of felt like there was a bit of fun to be had there. And then Reggie leaves, and again, like I said, it's just kind of like heading out doing the Disney Vault stuff with like Mario and Fire Emblem. I'm good on that front, but it's kind of like, what about the people who couldn't get the collections before? What are they gonna do now? And there's also the kind of pricing of, there's also the pricing into it. I finally get past the wolves and then the fogs get me. Because before, the Virtual Console stuff was like $10, $20 at the most. Which, yeah, you won't... That was kind of the whole thing. It was getting pricey to buy older physical copies, so getting them cheaper like that kind of makes sense. But then you get to the point where you're paying $60 for a port of Skyward Sword with no real changes except for making the controls a bit more bearable. That's it. Well, you could replace HG too, but that's kind of like... It's just like they're doing a bare minimum. It's kind of out of my collection too, although it was cheaper to get that than like get a copy of Sunshine on GameCube alone at the time. There was one up for like $200. I'm just gonna be here for the getting mauled by the wolves while I ramble on. The thing is, though, that companies always have some questionable practices, even in the good old days, as people like to think. Yeah, they did some things that were kind of either publicly or, excuse me, behind closed doors, but it's like... Sony is just in full-blown... no care... screw you mode right now. Again, it just seems like there's just some audacity in like they won't re-release. They don't put much effort into re-releasing the older games as much nowadays. But if they are, it's gonna be like the more recentish stuff. Like I don't know, it's kind of like a weird. I don't know. But anyways, it's kind of like that. Plus the lack of stuff. It's kind of like no next-gen consoles right now. I don't know, the new MST3K looks pretty promising. I hope it gets fully funded. I might contribute to it too. We'll see my... I'll get a DVD, Blu-ray set out of it, and... Alright, that was dumb of me. Just when I thought I was making some progress past the bloody wolves. I don't know, I feel like that'd be a much more worthwhile investment than whatever's going on with fucking Sony... Microsoft and Nintendo right now. I'll also just get games on the consoles I currently have too. And again, if it's a quality thing, there's PC, because I don't know if I mentioned this or not yet, but I did get a better graphics card to prevent the weird flickering issues I was having before, and that's gone away. That's really great. Right there. Let's just kind of stay focused now and. I have, like, most of the Wonder Boy... it's kind of, like, weird. I have, like, half of them on the... Switch, half of them on the 360, and half of... And the newest one, Monster Boy, on the PC. I double-checked to make sure I can play, Monster Boy on the stream. I can stream that one. I just couldn't get the PC version of this game to play on the stream. Which, oh boy. Alright. But, alright, shouldn't be talked about completely. What else can I talk about that's not more rambling about the state of video game companies? I don't know. I also plan on... Anyways, if you're curious as to what I'm gonna do after Perfect Dark Zero, again, my sibling wants to take a break from doing games for a bit. And again, that's probably the reason why I scrapped the Vid Ribbon thing, because I want to bring them along for the ride and showcase that. But again, they kind of want to take a break right now, getting burned out playing games. Just not this style, evidently. But, after Perfect Dark Zero, I plan on doing the normal Heroes games. Like, all of them, including the new one, which... That's just waiting there to... I'm just waiting for it to come out. I already pre-ordered and everything. Because while I don't care too much for a lot of modern releases, I do want, if the game, there is a game that does interest me, I do want to get and try to play it as soon as possible. That was the case of my sibling with The Binding of Isaac, and that's gonna be, like I said, I might play Resident Evil 8 when that comes out. We'll see about that. I can't promise anything on that front. And again, I also kind of want to nose dive into other stuff. Alright, and this is Purgatory. This is Blue Wolf Purgatory. I say this is even worse than the Cloud bit earlier, since at least for that one you can. It feels like you have to be pixel perfect. You have to figure out the exact structure here, as opposed to the episode. And again, you're rushed constantly. You can't really sit still too long, or you're gonna run out of health in time. But I don't know. I will say this is kind of a bit rough on me. Like, the conversations have been tuning a lot of it out, but I am kind of like getting a little frustrated with the workflows, and I will play this one to completion. Again, probably a good thing I did not pick the hardest difficulty. I'll do it on games I feel more comfortable with, but not here. I don't feel comfortable doing this one. And I have no say in the original Wonder Boy 2, for that matter. It's going to be the arcade version. But I do have save states in that case. I'll do that. May as well make something out of it. Ah! Like, you have to jump almost perfectly. It's wild. But, I don't know. It's just kind of like, I feel like you're missing the point. A lot of areas, but okay. Let's not go back into that. Let's focus on getting past the Blue Wolf dudes. Whoop! Ah! Yeah, it's like the rock literally trips me up. If I stumble on that, then I'll get caught by the wolf guys anyway, and it's like I don't have enough time to turn around and like axe him to death. So it is just alright. There we go. Now I just need to actually. This is my last life, so I actually kind of have to make a count. So I'll just go back and redo the stage as a whole again, but I want to at least get past this part. Alright, there we go. I wish I had health to justify a checkpoint, but... Whoa! Oh! Man, these wolf guys are just... Those bear wolf guys are just... Even when I'm trying to get my bearings, they just like... They really just hopped out of nowhere and... Oh boy. Again. I don't know which is gonna be worse. The wolf guys here or the... I think the time's even more strict in Monster Lab. Not Monster Lab, Monster World, because you have to buy... Like, not with actual money, but you have to, like, grab enough coins to actually buy your upgrades. Your health upgrades and whatnot, and get enough points, which... Doable, but... It is really something. But I will persevere, I will continue on even if I can't beat the game to one stream. Again, I'll have the luxury of save states playing that one, but every other game is gonna be... That and, Monster World 3, but with Monster World 3, that's structured better enough that I don't feel the need to use save states on that one. But the arcade ones, I think it's gonna be a lot more rough. Alright, I am not doing so hot on this. It's only been an hour, but it feels like a century. Alright. There we go. I have at least one life, so if I do die, I have what I can pick up from. No, stay away from me. Bad froggies, bad. Alright. Up. didn't reach high enough to get the carrot, but I did get high enough to get to a checkpoint, and... Okay, I know there's gonna be a dude... Yeah, there you are! Oh, there's also gonna be a boss at the end of this area, too. I just remembered. It's gonna be the... Well, his attack pattern's pretty simple to figure out. It's just a matter of getting in. No! Ugh, I should have seen that coming. You don't pet us out like that, though, unless you're gonna toss those wolf boys. Yeah, forget the bees. These wolf guys are the my existence now. Alright. Alright, I'm prepared this time, I hope. Am I? No, I'm not! Right, is that... Well, I'm gonna have to try to take the boss in one go. Alright. There we go. And yay, look at all that lovely food. Look how much my time has been expanded. Okay. Any difference to its attack pattern? He pose 2 instead of 1, and they go in different angles, I think. Oh boy. Rhino head there, I fear less than the actual wolf guys. Okay. Just a bit of a cautionary approach. But again, it's kind of hard to be cautionary when you're being rushed. Again, the whole momentum thing too is also kind of something I still haven't gotten used to it, and I've been playing for quite a while, so... None of the other Monster World not Wonder Boy in general, none of the other Wonder Boy games kind of play like this. This is the only one that have like the momentum style thing going on. And the more I play, and I kind of see why they dropped it, but I can also see why Hudson took it and actually made a bit more of it, and... I also don't know if the original Returns was more structured than this. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. But I am not gonna... I won't be able... I can't find out. The game's been delisted everywhere. I can't play that version anymore. There we go, there we go. I'm at the next checkpoint with 3 lives. That's... And more of those... I'm starting to get used to all of this. Again, I think the blue wolves are the most problematic aspect of the stage. Everything else I can figure out relatively simple. Yep, there we go. They have different eye colors too. Some of them have like green eyes, some of them have like red eyes. It's kind of fascinating. A little bit of detail that seems pointless, but kind of cool in its own way. Yeah, I'm gonna grab all of that. Like, more health is good. Well, more time. Most things, everything except rocks kill me in 1 hit. Alright. Now he's not throwing, he's only just throwing, there we go. Okay. It's getting awfully close. Come on. There we go. And now he's an Oni. Okay. But yeah, I can kind of see the complaint there. Like, again, apparently the original Returns had unique bosses, whereas since this game is more arcade accurate, it just has the one boss over and over again. The second game was kind of like that, but at least the bosses had more unique sprites, and they actually, I think some of them actually had different attack patterns too, so there was something in. Okay, I couldn't turn back on the skateboard. At least it says it's an extra hit point, so it does that. It's not like the rocket bells from Donkey Kong Country Returns bad. Oh, this game is just pulling all sorts of tricks on me now. Again, I think this is all tame compared to the sequel. Which I actually did like playing, but... Alright, that was my fault this time. I Apparently the original arcade version just had the one track that played at the first stage. The one that kind of sounds like the Starman theme. I mean, it's a little cliche to call it that, but that's kind of the best approximation. Apparently this version of the game actually does shake the music up. It's not just the same theme. The music is kind of distinct to this version. This almost feels Kaizo-like. Alright. Well, at least it's a little big hot arcade challenge. Again, I guess this is how it was in the arcade, so at least mostly. Alright. There we go! I tripped over some rocks, so that kind of made... Oh! My timing was off there. I probably... Again, it's kind of hard to wait, but again, the clock ticking down. It's like... I can't even notice that today. That's why they put the milk there, because... Alright. There we go. And I just slipped off. I think this is much more manageable than the wolves, though. And I'm making some... Again, I don't feel like I'm completely boned. I just have to, like, make sure... Oh, and the camera doesn't pan back, so I'm hoping I don't get stuck. Yeah, it's very slippery. And, again, I go higher and faster if I run before I jump. So, let's try it once more. Alright. Again, escapability is both a help and a hindrance because stuff like that can happen. And I think I need... Now that one goes up and down, it's like... the game just... I don't know whether to be amused or to be annoyed, to be honest. So I like shaking it up, but at the same time I also don't... Okay, that's... Again... I keep slipping off. Tom feels like he's on ice. That's probably why he's even like doing a little run-in-place pose. The floor is basically slippery. I guess the main villain or whatever has been cleaning him excessively. All the wet and damp from... Oh well, at least... I don't think you're supposed to lose a skateboard there. Considering that's there. Alright. What was that? I think that was another... Alright. Alright. Let's not lose focusing. Again, what's the point of collecting the weird fungus apart from making the foods less savory? They still recover health and... Well, I mean the sweets, the candy and cheese, but I mean like... Again, when you get the fungus, you get the less healthy food popping up. Which, I don't know if that's purely cosmetic or if it affects something. I think it might affect something because that's probably what gave me the death stuff in the first place. So maybe I'll avoid picking it, like, the one instance the death is chasing me. Alright. Again, I could take my time with this to be a lot more bearable, but I can't, so it's just a matter of bouncing and hoping I don't trip up. And I did bad. Not fatally, but enough to kind of like almost make my gains a bit moot there. Alright, let's give this a whirl and up. Jump, magic jump. Jump, magic jump. Alright, come on. I'm really, at least it's slowing down enough here that I have enough here that jump, magic jump. Put that magic spell on me. Slap that baby, make him free. Don't know how any of that makes sense, but... Ah! Oh! Pixel perfect jumping there, I see. Alright, not there. Yeah. Whoa. Whoa. Oh. Again, I think it's better than the wolves bit, but it's still its own level of pain. Alright. There we go. Ouch. Probably should have been tossing food there, but at the same time I was going to lose it here anyway, so... I think I was an expert in any of these games, I just said I was going to play, and that's about it. Uh-oh. Nope. Okay, good. For a second I thought there was going to be no platform to spawn there, but even so, I was able to make the jump. Alright, so good so far, except for the trippy... If he's tripping out, and that's what he's saying. It's still the fruit and vegetables, but the shroom's making it look like he's eating nothing but junk food. And at least he's still getting milk. Good for him, unless he's lactose intolerant. Alright. I'm at World 3, and it's only been slightly over an hour, but it feels, again, it feels like it's been ages. Alright. Let's try jumping now. Again, I think the abundance of fruits in the milk makes this a little bit more bearable, but it's still kind of, still feels a bit pressure-inducing. Alright, I'm at the last checkpoint, I believe, so... And I have plenty of lives, so if I screw up... It's gonna be the long jump bit again. Oh! Alright, I just gotta remember the timing, because again, that seems like it's pure, that's all it amounts to in that part. You have to just make sure you jump precise. Not like that, though. You can't jump on top of rocks in these games. Sometimes you can, but not often. I don't know. Don't take your lessons from Spike. Oh. Oh boy, this big pixel perfect jumping section is gonna be my next road gate. Just, oh well, doesn't feel like the Turbo Tunnel and Battletoads, but that literally took 2 hours to get through, and... Oh, so close, I always miss that last one. Like, that last one is always the one I have issues getting across. I don't have any other means of, like, alright. Yeah, because you have to, like, be wickedly precise here, and I missed entirely there. Back to the beginning I go. Alright. Let's give this another shot. At least Timmy Tom Wawa Bing Bong can replenish his health easily compared to the protagonists in the next game. Whoop, there I go. I cannot bet. Because I remember that, again, the next game I think you have to buy your health with the in-game currency you have to collect, and again, you can't really sit around grinding for that because time's a thing. It's the thing with the first 3 games in general. Everything's just time. Are you gonna move? I'm just gonna stay there until I actually, it seems. Alright. That's okay. Saves me some trouble. I also keep getting those weird letters. Do they mean anything? Are they just basically more points? Made it? I wouldn't know. Like, I don't know if there's any veteran Wonder Boy players of the original game or this version that know what's going on. Can't really get any advice from Returns players because that's Structurally, gameplay-wise similar, but it's structurally different. This is, again, a more big one-for-one apparent conversion of the arcade game, apparently, so... Alright. This boss not so bad if you just take your time, or at least relatively speaking. Ah! That was bad timing on my end, though. It's the last bit where you have to, like, jump precisely where you fall to your doom that gets me. I'm gonna double check something though if I have enough energy to spare, so... Alright. These platforms move in sync, these ones don't. Almost there. Right. Last checkpoint, and hopefully we can actually make it out this time. This jump. Whoop. And I'm failed. I did want to check something here, but don't know if I can. If I lose a life, maybe it's worth it. Who knows? Let's go and look. Oh! But finger slipped. Alright. Let's get going. Let's try this again. Let's actually make the jump this time. And I miss again. It was a game that earlier, and now I'm just... I want to be stuck here forever. I want to move on to the next stage. Alright. Well, it went too far off screen for me to check now, but... They don't come back up, it seems. I just slipped off. It seems like there might be a slight delay in the jumps too, which, again, with a game like this, is kind of a big issue. At least, like, it was manageable up until this point, like... Alright. Again, I don't know how much of that is trying to mimic the original controls as possible, if it's just an issue on the... Well, it's an issue over the developers which way, but at least beforehand, I got the little doll, which I don't need, but it's something, I guess. Alright. And... Whoops. Let's try this again. Yeah, I could maybe tweak the controls a little bit, but again, how much of this game would work without the weird momentum-based stuff going on? That in of itself is kind of weird. None of the other games afterwards have this, that much I know. There wasn't any of this momentum-based jumping. Which again is the biggest thing that's been kind of tripping me out. You kind of have to get a feel for when is an appropriate time to jump and when it's not. And you also have to pick up speed to make sure you don't fall to your doom. Right. There we go. Just gotta wait for this next one or not. I'm gonna have to stay here for quite a bit and hope I don't... There we go. Yeah, the time is being generous here, although I don't know that... I think I may have picked up a power that slowed it down. Not... I don't know. I see a clock up there, but I don't think I have it yet. It could just be... Seems like, again, I'm every time I'd be a state. Boss level. Alright. So, yeah. God, just time it just by too early. You don't get enough time to get there. Too late. Then you'll slip up and die, and... Oh boy. I'm not gonna play some practice though. That much I won't play this on hard, but I'm not gonna play in practice either. I'd rather... Alright. Do I jump early? When do I jump? If I jump early, I think I'm just gonna fall into the pit anyways, but... Why... I don't know. Alright, don't have to jump precisely. I think it's all relative to... Ah! Not got that one, though. Don't have to jump off the tail end of the falling platform for the most part, but I don't know how to get past the last one. That's the one that's kind of a stickler right now. Alright. Up. 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 Oh, I keep missing it. I keep missing it. It's driving me insane. I think I got a feel for the other platforms, but the last one, it's like... I don't know how to do it, and I don't know if I can carry the skateboard. I can try, but I can't seem to do it because I can't slow it down enough for the one platform later on to get over there, so... And I lost it anyway, so... Alright. Again, if I was concerned about getting the... Again, it's probably a good thing I'm not playing the arcade version anyways, because then I'd have to be collecting all the dolls, and then that would be another way of insanity applied to this. Alright. Again, I'm starting to feel for the rest of the stage for the most part. I can do that just fine. I can do this one too, I just have to play patient. Does the milk slow down the time as well? Because it feels like it's going a little slower, but then again, I'm also collecting the fruit wherever possible. So that could also be factoring into it. Alright. Yep, because yeah, bit of perseverance in that part's actually easier to do now. It's this one part over here with the falling platforms that always throws me for a loop. Yep. It's all about... It's still pixel perfect. There is some leeway that you have to kind of make sure you're close enough and high enough to make the jump. Ah! And this is where the momentum-based stuff is really throws you for a loop. Alright. Did I make it? Oh, I keep missing that one! I keep missing that penultimate one. I want to make it, but it won't let me. Ah, yeah, I tried again. I think it's doable. I just have to find the right angle for it, and it's like, again, it's all about building up speed and traction to get there, and it's like, alright. Ah, I pressed it too late there. Alright. Last life until after we start the stage over again, and oh boy. Ah! Too much left there, and back to the beginning I go once more. Oh well. Just gotta keep the strength to carry on. Hope I don't struggle any further, but... Oof. Again, even if I think the second game is technically harder, I have stage states to mess with on that one, so I can take advantage of that one. Alright. I want the little angel path to come back. Well, I don't know how it would help me cross the gap over there, but... Again, I don't even know if it's possible to carry... The skateboard might be excellent for getting past that one part, but again, I don't see... That one part makes it kind of almost tricky to keep it. Alright. Back here with the milk. And these platforms, which again are a little bit easier to figure out with the timing and whatnot. Just got the patient, well, again, the fruit that you get every time you jump does soften the blow a bit though, so it's not too bad. Whoa. Okay, just reopening. And I'm really kind of anxious here. It's like, don't know if I'm gonna fall off or not. Almost did there. Again, I'm getting to the point where I can get past most of the stage without losing a life, but now this popped. Again, you gotta time it almost perfectly there. I think the remaining part, like the beginning and the end parts of that section seem like the hardest ones to get past. Oh! How am I supposed to get past that one gap over there? It seems like I just don't have enough time to. Like, it just... Ooh! Alright, that pop time, I slipped up and failed to press the button, but... Alright. Angry offensiveness intensifies. Because it's right here. Alright. Ah, and I slipped off anyway. Alright. How do I do this? How do I do this? How do I... Come on. Yeah, it's like... I barely have enough to get up there. I don't know if there's any like special tricks to this or what. Again, I think if I can carry the skateboard long enough over here, this part would actually be a lot easier, but I don't know if that's even possible. I think I'm not jumping off the tail end of the one platform, but I feel like if I try to, then I won't have enough. Oh boy. Now I'm starting to see why the sort of momentum-based thing didn't carry on after not just the sequels, but in general, because this is kind of a tricky thing to manage. Especially if parts have to be precise like that. Alright. Again, I will see to it that this gets cleared no matter what. I'm just... Okay, I can keep it long enough for that, but... It's hard to contain, unless there's a skateboard or something in around here somewhere, which again, considering how the power-ups and such keep popping up, it's not that surprising. Wouldn't be that surprising. Oops, and I failed to... and I just slipped and fell again. Alright. And that was my fault, I got a little curious there. Should have known better. Again, the fact that these platforms like don't go up and down, like some of them don't go up and down, yeah. Because you kind of seems like you have to wait forever for the ones over there to come back. Alright. Just grabbing all the weird sweets and such. Yep, all of them. 3. This again, and yeah, this is relatively easy. That was a bit risky, but risk paid off. Oh no! I got a bit too careless there. I at least might have some lives left for the last bit. Alright. Try this again. Let's grab the carrots. That's the dangling stick of a carrot that is feeding this game. Oof. Again, I'm just kind of stumped into trying to figure out the exact timing for all this, and again, I'm just getting careless. I'm so thrown off by the platforming here that it's Spots I was doing good with earlier, I'm just getting sloppy with. Again, the momentum-based movement is really what kind of defines this game in more ways than one. Alright. Why couldn't this be the end segment? Why couldn't they just scrap with it at the end? Ah! Okay. Back here, but with no lives, so one and done deal. That bull's gonna get me. I thought it was, but that's not a good sign if I... No! Yeah, I can't... Don't know how to deal with this. And again, switching characters isn't going to help because I think they play almost similarly. I think the only difference is the weapon, and even then, that's kind of more of a... You want... Alright. Let's be radical, let's get across here. And let's fall to our depths. I feel like I spent more time in this level alone than I have in the rest of the game. That's not true, but... This is only the first stage of World 3, and it's like... Wow. Why bother putting an ending at all if you can't even get past the... Alright, come on. Let's... Goodbye skateboard again. If I could carry that with me to the end bit, then I would feel much more confident, but... Have that, apparently. I can't fall into a pit, though, and just... Alright. I don't know what's worse. This is the ambushing wolf guys that popped up in the previous area. Both just seem like the kind of precise... timing action based. Alright. Again, it's starting... The rest of it I can see myself getting through, I just have to be careful. But one bit though, it's kind of like... And again, it doesn't help if everything just feels slippery. Which again, I think is how the original game played anyways, but... Let's kind of not do anything that come to it. At least not this version. Maybe the returns level was a lot less designed like this, but that wouldn't be the authentic experience even if I could get that game. I want to play what's supposed to be a representation of the original game as much as I can. Okay, here we go. Yep, couldn't make it. Try as I might, I can't seem to make those jumps. It's the first and last jump specifically. Again, if I can get past the first jump, it's not as tough, but... Yeah, I'm trying to figure that out. Maybe I have to jump a little earlier than that, but then I feel like I'll miss the problem altogether. I'll get the same results. That's the other alternative I can see happening. Yep. Alright. It's gonna be the next hour and a half is just gonna be me failing to jump these platforms, it seems. Maybe I'll be wrong, I'm hoping wrong, but... Alright, let's try jumping a little earlier this time. Nope, that doesn't do it either. That last one seems to be almost precise. Like, oh, really precise. Again, if I could bring this with me over there, that'd be nice, but I don't know if I can, because the one pod seems like it's designed so you can't take it with you. Yeah, this part. I can slow down as much as I want, but then I don't have enough momentum to actually jump forward like that, because went off a little earlier than maybe, yeah, but that's the earliest I can get it goes, and that's not enough for the skateboard to... And, it seems like part of this wood design way off the skateboard in mind as well, especially, then again, I'm gonna make the one part with the... Yeah, probably make the one part with the platforms going up and right much more of a nightmare, wouldn't it? That'd also make the end part much more bearable. It's just kind of a pick your poison situation there. Not that I can pick said poison, I'm stuck with the platforms that are going to fall downwards and they don't seem like they come back up. At least I haven't stuck around long enough to see that happen. I might test that. If they don't, then fine. If they do, then I'll just have to play the patient game again, which if that's the case, then cool. Let me make sure I have enough lives to test it out, though. I don't want to lose them all here and not have anything to show for when I actually do that segment, so... If that's the case, then again, it's just a matter of perseverance and patience there, but I'm kind of doubting that. Alright. Here we go. Onto the endless cycle of pain. Alright, I'm gonna test it out. Seems like it just stays down. I can't... The way it's gonna just blow down to... Alright. Just trying to make the rounds. Oh, I feel like it's always so close but yet so far. It's like... I have to jump at a precise moment on a precise portion of that one platform, or it's all for naught. And I can't figure out for the life of me what that is. Yeah, I keep falling short of that, literally. Again, I can't make him go any faster than he was doing that part, and I can't... Alright. Again, if I wait too long, he'll slip off and fall anyways, like that. Again, I'm not seeing anything over there that suggests I can make it easier than, apart from just jump good, basically. Yeah, because I'm always just one pixel off from actually getting enough momentum there, and if I take... Oh my. This is just a wild ride and I want... Now, not risk it, like I can hold the momentum on the skateboard long enough to... At least long enough here, but not here, this next part, because then... I want to hold off over here. I guess I'm supposed to jump up and get... Oh! You know what? I'm gonna see if I can try to carry the skateboard with me at this point, because I think if I can do that, then I can maybe make it to the next section. I think it is doable, I just think I need to better time the momentum on everything. That's what the melon of it implies. It's like you can get there, but you have to... Okay, you can... I think you can do it, but it's just like... I'm gonna keep doing that and see what happens instead of just constantly... Alright. Let's try this again, because again, I'm trying to think of... I guess kind of a little harder with the... Again, I think I can get up there with the skateboard if I can just time it all correctly. That itself seems like kind of a tricky order. Because the skateboard, it's gonna make me go faster and it's gonna be hard to slow down, but I can also probably make it past the one part I keep dying on with less issue. And if I can do that, then it's worth... Because yeah, there's a melon that pops up here and... Almost! I feel like there's something there. If I can get across like that, then... It's gonna be like the log in Dinosaur Planet getting you past the glitch zone. The crash zone, I should say. Alright. I wish the fog would go away. That kind of... The melon being here is what kind of is like, oh, maybe you can build up enough momentum to... Yeah, I just kind of messed up in general, but... Yeah, I'd rather try to do this instead of kind of... Because again, if you can carry a skateboard with... But that said though, it's kind of bad design if you need to get past it. Maybe you did in the original game and it was just... The developers of this version that kind of screwed up that... Yeah, it feels like I can get up there, but I just don't have enough wiggle room. I want to do that because, hey, that seems cool. Again, I can't move backwards on this, which is part of the problem. I can only just slow my momentum down. There we go. Yeah, I kind of keep messing that one up, but... Alright, that's... Alright, I'm kind of... dumbfounded. Let's go and... Surprisingly, I'm not as frustrated by that, but again, it feels like... I'm not dead if I do that, so... Alright. Anything down here, I'm just... giving us the peaks. I mean, no hidden goodie down there. No hidden goodie over here either. Just milk and an egg. Because why not? That's where milk comes from. It doesn't come from cows or udders or anything like that. It comes from eggs. This is what I'm gonna go on about if I can't get past this. I'm gonna just ramble on about... If it's not the nonsensical platforming, it's gonna be the nonsensical logic of the world itself. Alright, I made it through to World 4 with no lives. All my lives. I am just... There we go. Time for the big leap of faith. Again, this feels very Kaiser-esque, and this predates not just Kaiser, but Super Mario World, and again, it's the last section that keeps getting me. If I can make that, I'm pretty sure that's the end of the stage. And if I can... And I am just oh so ready. Not to be done with this game, but I want to be done with this stage. But again, it's all based on timing. You have to jump at the right speed, at the right moment, if you want to have any sort of six shot of actually... Yeah, like, the first jump in particular is also pretty nasty. Yeah, I don't have enough momentum. And there's nothing to imply that the platforms come back up, so it's like... How do I make that last jump? That's the riddle for the ages here. And it didn't work there. It's really, really... Oh, for a second I thought mashing the button just made me jump higher, then... But nope, that was just my silly little imagination. I was trying to make a late jump off that platform to see if I can get enough time for the next one, but again, that's, you know, the stuff is tricky. I jumped too early. I can see that. Again, it really is becoming pixel perfect. It's maddening. Alright. Let's try getting a skateboard with this again. Again, I think if the platform activated a little earlier than it is, then I could probably do it. It might be the intent, but again, maybe somebody messed up here. Who? I don't know. The fact that that shows up there, and... Yeah, I just can't do it. I tried. everything else is actually getting easy to take care of as long as I just have perseverance. But then again, even with the timer going down, I have time elsewhere to make my moves and my decisions and where to go. Here, I can't do that. I have to jump or die, basically. Or jump and die. Because it feels like that's the one part of this level where I can't have any symptoms of patience. I have to bum rush it or else. Just hope I don't fall down. The only part that's coming close to that was the cloud pop, but even then, you can there is some wiggle room there to make your way forward. Whereas here, it feels like you can't. You could potentially realign yourself when you get onto one of the stable platforms, but there's only so much you can kind of do with that. Alright. Here we go again! Jump too early! I can tell at this point now, if I don't jump off the ledge, then I can't make it. Feels like I'm doing it on the one platform later on, but even that's what gets me. It feels like, alright. Again, there's more leeway for the other platforms, oddly enough. At least it feels that way. But who knows? Maybe I'm just imagining things. Maybe it is. There has to be rhythm to it all. Patience is overrated, it seems. Oh, I made it! Nice! I don't know how I did it, but I got past it. Okay. After that, I'd rather do the Canary Mario Race in Cloud Cuckoo Land or the Battletoads Turbo Tunnels than that part ever again. At least with those parts, it feels like there's a sense of pattern rhythm, but here, it's just like, you have to time that one jump perfectly. And I looked out. I'm glad I got past it, and I hope that the rest, I'm not expecting the game to get easy, but I don't want it to get that ridiculously tough again. Right, give me my axe. I open my mouth and look what happens. At least that's not the wolves, I can see that coming. Oh god. This is giving me Donkey Kong Country 3 Game Boy Advance vibes with music. And why are bees out in the snow? They're just everywhere now. There's no snow on the ground too, so I guess it's not sticking, I guess, but alright. So far this actually isn't as stressful. I just kinda have to just gonna do this fruit though, and then I got that. That's gonna turning everything into snacks. And these bowls are a lot more forgiving compared to... Still gotta keep my eyes peeled for them, but at least... You know, this feels a lot more smooth compared to previous stage. And maybe that will change, but so far this seems like it's stuff too easily. I got a skateboard. I don't know how to feel about that. On the one hand, I can go fast, and I got an extra... Yeah, they're back! Of course they are. Just when I thought I had an escape from the madness. No, those guys have to come back. Again, I'm doing better overall though, so I can't Oh, yeah. I'm good. Yeah, I'm good at this. I'm just... I don't know if I think Adventure Island changes into like a bug girl who became the protagonist of the spin-off game and had her own anime where she had to save Higgins from... And that was a much easier level! Goodness gracious, golly gosh, whatever, I'm just... Okay. Clouds, platforming, is it gonna go down? It's gonna go down. That's okay though. Just don't pull the... Gonna get trigger happy with my axes though. Okay, that's not more reasonable compared to what was going on in the first stage. The first stage of this world is the hardest, and that is just so... Okay, that was my bad there, but we got more of this platforming going on. As long as it doesn't get to the jumping like a dead... Again, if there's nothing like that in the rest of the game, it'd be even weirder. It's like... I'm sure it's gonna be like tight jump moments, but I don't think it's gonna be anything as tight as what I just did there. I hope not. Alright. Again, this almost feels... ISO-esque. I keep saying that, and it's like... Maybe I may not ever touch those games, because, again, if this drives me nuts, then God knows what the kinds of games which are built entirely around intentionally unfair level design is. Nope. That's gonna be an issue. I think that's much more passable than the one area before, but it's like I gotta time that as well. Alright. Alright. I gotta see why they never want, like... Again, it's probably for the best that the official Wonder Boy games never went in this direction. And again, I haven't really played the original Island games, but if they're... Again, they were popping up to get a bunch of sequels, and if they're gonna take this gameplay and improve it, then maybe that's worth checking out. But again, it's definitely the fact that this is the first game definitely shows, and it's just... Okay, I can make it this time. Enemies are less troublesome than... At least as long as they're not the wolf guys. They're not that troublesome, but... Okay, that's my fault. I kind of overshot that. I'm willing to... Again, that was my fault. I don't feel... I'm not blaming myself that much for what happened in... Well, 3-1, I should say. Oh well, at least it looks like I'll be able to beat this game. Maybe not in one night, but I'll beat it. Which is more than I can say for... a bunch of other games I've played. But then again, I think the longest games I played were Paper Mario, Perfect Dark, and Banjo-Tooie. Oh, yeah, no, I need to run. Nice try, can't get me. I'm not gonna let you get me. Silly beast boys. Oh, great. Another one of those types of jumps where you have to kind of... Spoke too soon, though at least the whole thing leading up to that is not as bad. Like nowhere near the slightest like feel. Whoa, it's still living at the time almost precisely though, but again, I feel... I'm a little upset about this. Maybe it's because I haven't been here for an hour yet, but... I also think that looks a bit more doable. It's just kind of... I feel like I have more really of the crowds than I do the other platforms. Could just be the way that they work, but I think... Alright. I do want to... Let's see if I can get somewhere. Again, this was an arcade game, and they were purposely kind of built this way to gob up quarters, but... Alright. So far, so good. Yeah, a lot more bearable, and here's the part I'm currently stuck on. Just got it. Okay, I wasn't expecting to get tripped on that, but... Whatever, this part's super easy to deal with, it's just a bit at the end. Nope. Slipped again. Don't see any prompts for escape or too, so that's kind of also what's getting me. And again, if I can get past that as a checkpoint at the very least, so I won't be... If I die after that point, I'll have at least a few lives to hold on to. Again, it just seems so tricky to do. Do I just... Alright. Again, I don't know if there's any other good way to... Wait a sec, do I get more... I'm gonna test something. Could just be the way the sprite looks, but... Okay, that kind of made it worse. I thought I could... Again, maybe the mind's playing tricks on me, but I feel like the sprite throwing... The axe throwing... I'm getting all jumbled up now. I tried tripping off of the tail end there, but it feels like even that wasn't good enough. I don't know any means of going any faster. Again, that... It helps me endure the enemies here, but it doesn't do anything for, Oh, well, again, this doesn't feel frustrating because maybe it's not back to back to back, but... Alright. I don't know how to do it, at least not... Again, there's nothing around just as an skateboard in this level, so... I have an extra layer of, confusion. Up. Timing was off. It's just kind of... I did see something above on the bar, but it's like, well, it looked like a carrot. It looks like a vegetable. It didn't look like something I could take advantage of. And there's the mushroom, which is gonna make... Again, this game kind of feels like a weird trip in of itself. Well, I'm surprised I made that jump, but not gonna knock it. I knew I was gonna make that one, though. Again, this is a game that just punishes you for rushing, or not rush, or taking too long, depending on the circumstance. It just... Alright. Alright. Okay, I'm getting a little bit careless there, but I'm also at the point where I'm just not killing myself right now. Alright. Yeah, I feel a lot less stressed out here, but maybe it's because the aesthetic looks a lot more soothing. I don't know, rainy seaside shore is less stressful than it's looking than a temple. Still need to figure out how I'm gonna get past that one bit. Yeah, it's just food that's popping up here, nothing more, nothing less. Again, I thought I could... Don't know what I'm doing. I need to jump past there. Again, the trip over there is not as bad as the trip in the last one and V1, because at least there, at least here, the rest of the part leading up to it's not that troublesome. It's just the tail end. Which, I swear I jump off the tail end of that and it still doesn't work. Don't know what I need to do here, honestly. This isn't like the angel speeds me up in the slightest, it just gives me immunity to all hazards. So I can't really gauge that as an indicator of... Yeah, I have to jump off from a specific point, because I'll at least be picking up the vegetables, and I'm not even getting that. As far as I'm aware, there's not like any gimmick like invisible platforms in this game, so... Alright, let's... Again, how far off do I have to be to make the jump? That's the question. And again, is there anything... Alright, just... I can't go any faster than I am already, that's the thing. At least not without some sort of thing like a skateboard or something, which I don't have access to. Feels like a hidden platform above, I understand that, but it doesn't seem to be even that. It's about figuring out a lot of things, like case in point, not a cat nearby a microphone. Which, sorry. Sorry about all of that, it's just... took a while, but now she's acting up. And with a game like this, it's kind of not what I want right now. I somehow didn't fall off that. Oof. I fell off that though, because it's just... timing's all sorts of weird. Alright. Let's just be patient. We can figure this out. Yep, we can figure this out pretty well. It's the last part with the frame perfect jumping that seems to be problematic. Either I'm not jumping right or there's something I'm missing. Again, it feels like a dead end for me right now, currently. Did I move faster when I'm not flying? Or does that not change anything? I don't think it changes anything, but I'll check. Yep, I tried. Seems like I have to jump, but I don't know how you get that, and I'm scared right now, because even if I do make that, what awaits me in the last segment of this level? The boss, I believe, so... charming, even though the boss seems to be one of the easier things of the game so far. Whoops. Timing on the cloud changed a little bit. Alright, let's keep going, let's keep going. Keep going. I slipped. Again, I just don't know what to do there. Do I hold the X button down like a run button? Is that it? So I do seem like I'm going a little faster than usual. Oh my god, that's how it works! And I only now figured that out. So, it's like Mario. You have to hold down the attack button to actually gain momentum. Which... oh, and he's glowing too. Oh, wow! So much trouble could have been avoided if I had just done that. I'll die to one the dummy. Alright. If I hadn't been an idiot, then I could have avoided all that trouble earlier. I did without doing that, though. At least I think I did, but... okay, now that I know that you can charge a jump and apparently your axe powers too. That is really effective. Yeah, like really, really effective. can even destroy the rocks too. That's awesome. Oh, and look at all these bees. Yeah. I only now figured out this power like almost halfway into the game, and it's like, what have I been missing out on? No, that's what I've been missing out on. Those blasted wolf guys. All right, at least I know I can dash. Don't know if I can outrun them, but at least I can kind of see them coming. I can at least. Ow! Ow! Doesn't it just bring you? It gives you dreads too, apparently. Oh no, it seems to be a common gag with characters getting banned or shocked in Japanese media. The hair just poofs up. Yeah, not for the anime. They're just kind of like. I don't know if the big axe actually does more damage though. It could just be simply. It makes it easier to avoid stuff. Or at least avoid enemies. Ah! Well, that was lucky. I wasn't paying attention to that. Ah, and the wolf guys just keep coming. Yep, and I keep getting thrown off because I don't know when they appear, when they don't appear. Oh well, I feel a little more hopeful than I was earlier. At least I know I can dash my way through all this issues here. Alright, like yeah, the wolf guy's gonna be over here, and I can destroy obstacles and I keep stepping it up. Yeah, I feel like a doofus. I keep forgetting about game features that... And this is my first time playing it, just as a heads up. I think I put that in the tag, but... Yeah, no, you're not gonna get the best of me. Can't put out flames though, I can only put out destroy rocks. Alright. I'm almost dead, and I don't know if I'll have enough stamina to deal with the boss, but... Well, I avoid that one somehow. Alright. Any more wolf dudes, or cut to the next checkpoint? There's rocks! Boulders! Alright. I lost all my lives there, but I don't feel bad. I feel like we can do something this time. I just wish I didn't... Alright. Still a very rushy game though, even with knowing about all that. Just didn't know there was a run button feature. If I'd known that, I would have been doing that way more than what I'm doing now. Alright. Wolf guy was after the second checkpoint. Alright, just trying to remember. Again, kind of fascinating thing to think about. Alright. So I'm just like exasperated from what happened earlier. It's ridiculous, but... At least it feels like I can actually get past this stuff now, at least relatively easier. I wasn't looking and I got hit by the wolf guy. I forgot about him. Oh. Alright, I got this. I can do this. Or not! I am getting sloppy. These wolves are gonna be annoying no matter what. Alright, there we go. You only need to like hold for a split second too. That's kind of an impressive feat about the giant axe. There we go. You can go ahead of me, buddy. And I can just jump in the fire too, because again, momentum just throws me for a loop. And Yeah, I'm just getting careless now, like, the wolves are getting me, but at least here I feel like I know I can get past this. It's gotta be a lot more cautious and alert as to what I'm doing. Especially since when they jump, they actually does kind of give me some clue about where they're... Yeah! Not that one, though. That one threw me through a loop. I keep forgetting where they are. I need to remember where they are. Especially since this is where the boss is, and... Again... I'm not gonna risk doing the big axes on them, though. That seems like kind of a fool's errand, and... Jumps too early. Wolf guy got me back to the beginning of the stage, but... I can at least feel like I will get past this area. But if I'd known what I did about the freaking... Heck, even the skateboard part, I probably could even kept the skateboard with me for the remainder of the one level if I'd known what I did about the run button, but... Alright. You know, it's a much more interesting prehistoric platformer though. Like, not to knock this game, but I kind of preference the Bonk games personally. Those were some really fun platformers by Hudson. I like how the bitches have been going in and out of themselves. That's kind of a funny little technical hiccup. Alright. So far so good. Just gotta keep going. Grab the nasty Bane, keep the junk food up above. There's the wolf boys. And there's one that got me. It's kind of juggling the onslaught of enemies from the right and then the ambush from the wolf dude from the left. Alright. That was my fault. I don't know what the exact triggers for these guys are. I slowed down there because I wanted to get the fruits. I want to get the bananas. Again, it doesn't have to have some patience with this. Okay, if it wasn't the wolf... I don't think how they're like the only enemies to my knowledge. There could be others. The only ones to my knowledge actually have an animation for when you die. Which I haven't seen any of the other enemies express, at least it doesn't look like that to me. I hit him once, but not enough to kill him. I think the giant axes do more damage, but it's kind of a weird risk and reward sort of thing. I don't know if I want to risk that for the boss. Alright. As long as we don't, like, trip on the... Yeah, when near the boulders, I think we should be good. Hey, don't want to get too close to him, because then I'll get boxed in. Oh, but he also backs off. Okay, cool. Thank you. You're a very considered antagonist. Now I've got a dopey looking wolf head. Cool. Excellent. We're actually halfway through the game now, I believe. Well, the 7 stages, we're actually more than halfway through, but... No, we're halfway through. Okay, I was digging that music. I like the stage's music, but invincibility power overtakes it, so... Alright. Yeah, I'm liking this music. I don't know why, but it's kind of cool sounding. I don't know, wolves here, am I in the clearing? Plenty of bees here, but again, compared to the wolf guys, these guys are easy. Alright, yeah, I only have known, yeah, this is, yeah, freaking great. Oh, and there's like mustaches on the turnbuckles and I got distracted by a snake. That was me. I'm just like... Everything feels so dang chippy here. Alright. can destroy the bowls too, I didn't know that. Wow, it just kind of... Huh? That was not in the original game, I believe, the giant axes. That's something new here, but I think it's kind of deserved, honestly. Seems like this particular area glitches out the tiles. Like, yeah, it's happening again. Like, the blue sky with the grassy floor does not agree with the streaming equipment I have. At least as far as this game goes. If I played any other game, this would not be an issue. No, the froggy got me. Yeah, it's glitching out there. Don't know why, but then again, this game was kind of glitchy to play on the PC, so I guess my streaming equipment does not like it when the game has glitchy stuff going on within them. Alright. Alright, we made it to the goal, and yeah, that was the... I'm back here, and one of these weird stones, it seems. Ah! Crushed by a boulder almost immediately. Alright, though. I think I'm getting somewhere. Oh, really? The axe was in the fire, but I managed to grab it somehow, and... Yeah. No, I'm not gonna get crushed by that. I'm gonna crush it. Alright, there we go. There we go. Doing pretty good for ourselves. And I'm doing out though. That's kind of the issue right now. And there's like plenty of... There we go, there we go! I lost the skateboard, but that might be in... Saying the pace of the stage so far, it might be worth it. Yeah, there's milk, so yeah, nothing to worry about. Yeah, I'm just... Yeah, I'm starting to feel it now. I actually am. I wish the game didn't have the run button feature going on and you just ran that fast by the ball, but... At least I feel... Again, I feel more impressed that I was able to get past that one part without using it. There you go. Getting like Mario 3 vibes from this layout, oddly enough, even though I think this predated Mario 3. Like, it could also just be the weird visual cues of the game, so... Alright. Yep, that was easy. Oh yeah, 4-3! And there's like statues of dogs in the background. DOGEs. Doges. Yeah, I'm feeling less... Yeah. I'm not saying a lot of the platforming stuff, even then, like there's these little icicles, but... Nope, just walk past them. Oh, okay, I didn't give myself any momentum there, and it's kind of tricky after the fire over there, but... I don't know, I feel like this is manageable. I still don't get this Doge Temple, though. There's an angel. Was that always there? I didn't get past this part, that's why. Yeah, I couldn't get past that without knowing about the run button. Yeah, this place was kind of designed with that button in mind, it seems, and cool. Again, it just seems like it's such a weird thing to incorporate, at least in one take on a platformer, but... Oh, and that bee dropped french fries. Of course, that's what bees do. And I can destroy the icicles too if I'm high enough. we go. Doing a pretty good job at keeping my distance away and looking at the enemies from a distance too. That's really impressive. And okay, there's a lot of group there, and this is probably why. Another platformy bit. But I got the run button on, so it's not an issue anymore. Yay! So where are we going to next? We're at 4-4 on the first stage and next boss stage. Alright. I'm worried about the wolf boys coming up though. That's kind of a given with these stages, it seems. The bossy looking ones. But there aren't any in that segment, at least not to my knowledge. I do have the, there we go! I knew you guys were going to show up eventually. It was just a given at this point. Just... got the doll too. Nice! Okay, so far so good. Even got an angel! Yay! That works out amazingly. Nothing can stop me. Not even you. Yeah, nice try. Kinda seems like a little spiteful thing to put there, but I don't care. I'm doing it, I'm moving it, I'm grooving it. And, yep, there we are. We're at this dude again. He's got a big lion head now. Not too close for comfort, but close enough that... Oh, that was a bit too close. And he's down. Then again, he blew in the head. That's the usual. And got the polka music with volcano in the background. That doesn't look good. I'm just getting weird messages from all of this. Hey, I don't feel good with the octopus there. Let's just get him and then... There we go. And, oh, I took too long there, so... Creep on me. Still, I feel like I'm making good progress. Alright! Probably shouldn't be picking up the strings though, I'm worried that's gonna have some repercussions on the stage, but... Okay, I feel comfortable just doing this. There we go. Checkpoint! Oh yeah! Oh no! Whole decision on my part there. Alright. I got a skateboard again. Been a while since I've seen this. I just about lost it. I don't care. I can run and axe. Seems to me just well. Especially when I can get to these checkpoints almost with relative ease. Oh, I almost got hit there. That would have been bad. Nice! Oh no, that wasn't nice. Even with the run button being still slippery, so I need to take that into consideration. Alright. Gravehogs don't seem to hop at all. There you go. Up, I mistimed that poorly. Again, I feel like I can do this, so I don't feel as hopeless as I felt earlier. Again, that's the magical power of the run button for you. I wish I didn't need a run button, but... There we go. There we go. Ah! Okay, so with the clouds in the background in the foreground, it does kind of get a little confusing. Especially since I don't know if these clouds are going to fall or not. Ah! That came back. Well, that might be much more that might be a bit easier to tackle now that I know the Mystic Way to the run button, but it's, yeah. Alright. Now it kind of wants me to slow down to an extent, yeah. Now it wants me to slow down after pushing me to go faster earlier on. Alright, that was cool. Random assortment of food there. Okay, I overshot that. I think if I could jump over this thing, but nope. Quite going for this again. At the very least, consider the extra hit point. All right. Feel invincible like this, actually. If you can stop this skateboarding cave boy. Ooh, that's gonna make those parts a little trickier. A little easier, too. I tripped up, and oh boy. Alright. Got a little spooked by the fog there, but I think it should be good. Also, more cat intervention. No, not as intrusive. Well, maybe it is. We'll see. Again... No, it's... Yeah, she's just cozying up right now. That's good. And then, again, I get a little thrown off there. With the swordfish and the clouds. All kind of blends in, weirdly enough. Pretty much throwing the axes helps too, though. It helps, does wonders. Yep, there we go. You don't even have to like build momentum on the cloud to build the run button. You can just jump higher naturally. That's how good it is. You don't even. You just jump high by default when you have it on. Yep. So it's kind of a weird risk versus reward thing. Sorry, I can't afford. Well, I could afford it. I don't want to have my cats trample over my equipment. Again, she's a bit 2 hours late, but she's starting to get into that mood. I just wanted to either calm down or... She's a well-behaved girl otherwise, it's just that... Nope, she wants to be on my lap, and that's fine, she can be on my lap. Just don't be near my mic or my computer. Don't you, like, typing in nonsense into the chat. Yeah, and it's kind of hard for me to focus on a game that needs a lot of focus. Like, of all the games I've played, this is probably the one I think I need to be most dedicated to at the moment. That and Perfect Dark. Because, good lord, that is just... Alright. I think I got the hang of it now. Or at least enough to get to a checkpoint. Again, a lot of this game just becomes so much easier knowing about the run button. I can't stop gushing about the run button. Because... Okay, that was my fault. I could not hit him. Nothing was distracting me there. Gotta be a bit careful, and I, again, take advantage of the time I do have, and... No, I missed. So I missed. That's actually, that's what he's saying, it's not... I spoke German in that one game for one reason. My first two Mario parties. Yep. Getting a bit tripped up, but we're getting closer to the end. Much closer than we were. That's it. I feel like it's not... I need to stop being stupid when I'm playing these games. Like, I don't like playing Battle and Draw. I mean, like, to get basic functions like run buttons or secondary far sight stuff. Because otherwise it can be pretty... Alright. And that was... I should have looked before I left. I should have axed the frog before I got there. Again, the problem seems to be largely just... These platforms aren't even falling. That's kind of how wild I am. I'm worried they're gonna fall because that's kind of the notion. A lot of these stages. Alright. Yeah, I keep doing that because I'm worried I'm gonna stumble over and fall. Alright, cool. Oh, we at 5-3. Who knows, maybe I could actually beat this game tonight. I was hoping to, and I know probably none about the run button stuff I probably could have earlier. It's just... Oh no, no. It is, isn't it? It's the same that was stuck on earlier, but there's more enemies now. Oh my goodness. This is ridiculous. I was just here. Yeah, I was stuck here, and the game decided, like, okay, let's just recycle this level. Let's look at the most annoying level. Oh well, at least I know about how the run button works, so I shouldn't be stuck here. Hopefully. Ouch, I lost it, but... Yeah, this is the same level, just with some slight little tweaks here and there. It's really. Yep, this part again. This is lazy, too. It's like, you had pretty good level design until that point, and it's like, now of all places, they're just gonna go back and reuse this one, the one level that they knew. What's the special devious? This is the level that got my gears earlier, and yeah, bring this one back. All the levels to bring back the one that I think threw most people off the most. Again, there's like some slight differences, like enemy plate, more enemies and whatnot, but still, this is just... It's been mostly the same up to this point, so... I just died at that one part. Okay, here comes the big leap of faith bit again, if it's like the previous parts. Alright, I got the jump button though, so... Yep, this feels so... They're all falling down now, but still... Yeah, compare that to how I was acting an hour ago. I didn't know I could hold down the attack button to run faster and jump higher, and I did that part. Let's go. Oh cool, the upbeat music's back. And now this platform, does that go anywhere? Is that just there? Okay, it's just random platforms in the stage geometry now. Like, this could be timing a bit, but... This is tame compared to what's been going on. It's just a bit weird. Kinda like the symphony music here, though. Why is there a chick on me, actually? Well, they're trying to take me on, so... She's about to happen. Wait a minute, is this also the one stage from earlier with a new coat of paint, or am I just... Same aesthetic, but is it like literally one of the earlier stages again? Okay, it's kind of getting a bit lazy that they're just recycling. Because I could have sworn I did stuff like... The layout is largely similar to that of the previous level, I swear as much. Yeah, I'm scared of the wolf guys. Those are what I'm most paranoid about right now. Flies and bees are not the issue here. It's like, yeah, they have to be coming. There he is! That's okay, I got to the checkpoints. Yeah, I think I did this one earlier. The game's just recycling old levels now, saying that they're new. And that's kind of... I mean, the run button makes it easier, but it doesn't... He's got a big bird head now. He's evil Birdman. He's not neither superhero nor prosecutor or defendant. Defendant, lawyer, attorney. And he's easy, and then another lion head. I kind of feel guilty about that. I do think you can go without the dolls in this one. I do think you need to collect those little mementos. So I'm gonna redo this stage. I'm not too broken up about though, because again, I know I can do this. Again, I'm feeling totally different when I was childhood. I'm still losing here and there, but I feel like... Again, I feel less stressed when I feel like I'm at fault when I die, when it's not the game's fault. Alright. Yeah, I want to get rid of that one spider, and... Alright. I need to start collecting food a bit more, which I'm doing a pretty bad job at. Hey there. This is if I could get him, but it's not. Oh man, this makes such a world of difference. Having run button. I just wish... Okay. Let's get going. Yeah, the wolf guy's gonna be around here too. I just need to remember where. It's like around here, I believe. There he is. And we're gonna grab this all anyways, because it's not a lot of points. I want to grab the teddy bear though, because that seems like, I think the items you get from the boss at the end do factor into whether or not you properly beat the game, and I want to at least share that. I just overlooked it because... Hey. Oops, I got too close for comfort there. How many hits does the guy have? I guess 6 or not 7 or 8. But still, it's a little excessive. Even for... It's supposed to be the antagonist of this. Alright. Okay. Again, the bosses are like the easiest thing about this game, oddly enough. Again, if you know what you're doing, because he just tosses the one ball back and forth. You stay just in the right angle, you can avoid it all. I don't like how he's getting close to the doorway. Alright. There we go. There we go. I just had a weird feeling about the little trinkets, which I think belong to his girlfriend. I feel like I just did this one not too long ago either. Like, I think this was literally the second stage. Again, the game just feels like it's getting lazy. It's kind of a shame. It's like, it's basically the same levels I was doing earlier, just harder. Like, stage... And even, like I said, the stick's not even changing all that much either, so that's not helping either. It's just... Did it all before, let's do it again. Alright. Bring it on. Do your list. Unless it's wolf people, then no, don't do that. Please stop doing that. Not enemy off screen. Oh, now the platforms are starting to sink. Let's grab the dolly, let's grab the root as well. Alright, I'm set. Again, I am starting. My high from figuring out the controls is being dumped. And wolf boys are back, of course. Octopuses, boulders, and wolves, oh my. Never thought I would say that, but here we are. And double whammy of boulders there. Okay. Getting fun off there, but again, this is perfectly doable. This is perfectly... Alright. Okay, I'm a little scared about everything right now, like skateboard, the clouds. Skateboard's actually making a lot of sections easier, oddly enough. Well, I kind of leaped of faith there. And I did it! Next stage. Stage 6-2. More skateboards, that could only mean good things, I hope. Got the weird Poco music on again, and ah! Wolf boy snuck up on me. Alright. There, I was able to avoid him. Alright. Balls aplenty. Checkpoint. Angel, angel, angel. Yeah, I'm just gonna take advantage of it as much as I can right now. Especially with the skateboard. This one I've done this level too. Wouldn't surprise me. Everything's just kind of blending in right now. I'll just get past the icicles. Get Luzad and get death. That does not help good, and I died anyway, so it's all moot. So though, I'm very close to... And I went the other way, and now it's coming back, and... Oh boy, that was weird. I can destroy the boulders, which, again, that kind of makes this game automatically easier than the original, since I don't think you could do that there. Oh, nice try, nice try. Nice try. Alright, here we go. We've made it to the next area. 6-3. Yes, the plains, but it's not 10 minutes raining. At least that's some variation there, but it's the same what I did earlier. Probably, and... oh boy. Okay, seems to not bog fair, I just got... no. Slow down too much. So I think that was a stick with the previous level too, it was just... oh, I'm scared of the frog for some reason, I don't know why. Especially the gray ones that don't jump. Whatever, I think I'm just weird. Yeah, this is actually pretty good. Yeah, got past that part, no problem. Right, just jump up here and... as long as the wolves guys don't show up, I think I should be good. And there's no fruit, that's not good. Kinda want fruit. Or I could just bump into that and die. That works as well, I suppose. Alright. Yeah, I gotta really kind of not take my time anymore. Yeah, it's kind of hard there too, with all the rows of enemies there. I guess the giant axe will take care of them all, but... oh, that's not good. Yeah, there's like one big section of out, and I don't need to use the... right, Yeah, I'm getting... Yeah, didn't help. I'm gonna die anyways, so... Yep. Alright, this is part's, like, genuinely tricky. I actually do kind of have to rush it to a degree here, so... I take up as much obstacles in my way as I can. There we go. There we go. There we go. Plenty of food and... Nice, 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 nice. I want to take advantage of that. Especially since there's all this stuff here. And I got the devil! No! And the dude's just drained a lot of my health there. And I feel so bad about that because I was doing so well. Okay, everyone's spotted, those are the ones that are gonna have, and I could have gotten the milk. Should have gotten the milk. There's carrots and fries though, so it all works out. I have to go anyways. Yay! We only have a few more stages left. 6-4, and it's the woods again. Is this the same woods I've been going through previously? Probably. I haven't seen a wolf guy yet, but I'm definitely sure he's gonna be here. And I got the shroom, which... Why did I get that? Yep, I think I've been here before. Just more fires. And... There we go. Got through that section with no issues. Ah, and I was doing so well up until that point. Oh well, halfway through the stage, so when it doesn't seem like there's any wolf guys doing this part of the spider, at least not right the part where I died, so I can't completely just not die, I have to. Yeah, I knew there was gonna be one guy over there that used, and that's on me for not timing it well enough. Oh well. Again, probably should have been here 20 minutes earlier, but... yeah, I forgot about him. I am daft. I was only here like 30 seconds ago and forgot that he shows up near the rocks and fire. Alright. It's these guys over here that kind of run me for a loop more than anything else. There we go. Don't know if there's any more down the road, but boulders and rocks. Just simply trash those. Yep, the boss is going to be up here soon. Just grab the milk. Big column of it, too. Get away, please. Being a lot more aggressive, but again, there's only so many times you can do that one attack pattern and not really change it up. Oh, I killed him, too! That was kind of an extra bit of shame there. Could have been over and done with it if I hadn't gotten caught by his fireball. Alright. Let's try this again. Again, he's getting a little bit more aggressive with the fireballs now, but not by too terribly much. Just gotta time it. Just gotta be better at timing it all, really. There we go. Now he's melting it. Alright. I think we have like 8 stages left. And depending on how things go, I might actually go for it tonight. Like, it depends on how fast I can get past these other sets of stages, but... I can get past the icicles and whatnot just fine. It's the fire and the skulls I'm more worried about. And the boulders too, but again, I can just smash those. I can just go underneath the frogs, that's how good the timing can be. Again, everything's just working out pretty well. I can even, again, destroying my skills before they fall even helps too, whenever possible. We're at the checkpoint, good. More platforming with spiders. And I shot myself there. Alright. Let's try this again. Right, hold on. I'm being a bit daft here. I am just... fries. You get the french fries and you get the french fries. The doll with the void. Ah! It would have been good if I just, not jumped there, but... Ouch. Getting a bit careless now. Alright. Yep, I can just hug the wall, but then I can easily avoid all that and get bunch of food. Grab the dolly. Grab that. There we go. There we go. There we go. Doing pretty good so far. Just gotta avoid the frogs, which again, pretty easy. What waits me over there? I'm just gonna keep tossing into the abyss. There's a spider. And here's a goal! Excellent. 7 stages left, and again, let's see if we can do this. Oh, we're back to the original music again. Alright. Alright, that was stupidity on my part. I just was underneath the octopus. Alright. Again, I feel... pretty certain I can at least beat this game. I don't know if I can do it tonight, but again, I'll give myself a 10-minute overtime if it comes down to that. But... Yep. Guess when this was on area level 2, it could be wrong. I swear this was. Cool, cool, cool. Gonna take advantage of that. Get past the bees and the fires and yep. Easy checkpoints. Sea life's getting a lot more adventurous. But I'm just gonna... That's one thing. Next is an event, so I don't have to wipe up them. Yep, the Saltfish are jumping ahead of Q instead of early. I forgot to jump there. Oh, hey there, Rickno. Yeah. I'm playing, the Wonder Boy game, the first one. I'm gonna do all the games on Saturday for a while now, but I'm doing the first one, and you weren't here when I was doing it big time. Like, this is easy peasy compared to what was happening earlier. And, yeah, it's kind of... I wouldn't say it's that obscure, but that's kind of... But it's kind of like one of the lesser-known Sega series. Alright. Well, too low. No, it's... I forgot I had a run button. That's what happened. Like, I thought the early stages were tough because I didn't know you could hold down the attack button to run. It's like Mario, but again, it's not all the game, but it's a modernized take, so it's kind of confusing, especially since they did little changes like... I don't know. Like, yeah, I'm familiar with Alex... Yeah, I am familiar with the Alex Kidd games as well, but... I knew there was a release of the older Master System game on the Switch, but I don't know... Is it like a brand new recreation? And I'm getting silly. I might get the... I don't know, wouldn't it possibly go through the Alex Kidd games at some point? I'm more of a Wonder Boy person myself, but... We'll see. I'm more familiar with the Mega Drive Genesis sequel than I am the original Master System. I have both, but... I believe I beat both, but... I think I might get the remake of one of the Wonder Boy games that's coming out. It's the 4th game. Asher and Monster World is what it's called now, but... Oh, I see you're playing Xenoblade Chronicles, the first one. Cool! That's cool, man. I like Xenoblade Chronicles. And I hope you enjoy it too. Like, if it's your first... I don't know if you're into it, but that Xenoblade was... the first game I would very least like. Second game's a bit weird for me. Not the second game, X I should call it, I guess. I haven't played the second game yet. I have all of them, but... I was streaming X on Monday, but... Alright, it's your first time playing, well... It's a Western-style RPG, as in, like... Not the aesthetic, but it plays like those... It kind of plays like an MMO. I don't know how to describe that. While all the games play similarly, they all have like different themes and looks. Like, there's kind of like a... The first game kind of has like this weird European look to it. Well, not exactly European, but that's kind of what the influence is. The second game has like a more sci-fi, Western feel to it. Third game's got a more anime-esque, standard JRPG feel to it. Every game has its own different look. And music as well, so... Every game's unique experience, even the gameplay itself, has minor tweaks here and there. Chapter 3. Ah. But no, man. That said, though, I played and beat the entire first game recently. Not on stream, though, because I'm skittish about doing, like, games like that on streams because of how much side quests, like... If there's side quests going on, I always get sucked into those. X is currently only on the Wii U. I don't know if they're gonna port that to Switch. They may or may not. I think they will. And then there's 2. Every game's self-contained, by the way. Don't let the titles fool you. So you don't have to play one game to understand the story of the other. They have shared elements, I believe, like there's a race called the No Pawns in all the games, but apart from stuff like that, you don't need to play one to understand the other. They're all kind of self-contained little adventures. It's just I think 1 and 2 have more similar structures compared to X, which has a more radical departure. Like instead of using swords, your characters use guns more often in that one. Oh, by the way, are you, oh, wait until later. Anyways, at least while I was talking, I somehow made my way to the next stage. And I seem to be doing good so far. I'm even holding to my precious skateboard. See how long that can last. Probably not much longer, but... I'm enjoying the perks and oh my god! Screen's glitching up on this level. I just peeked over and... Again, I'm not noticing on my TV, but I'm... Yeah. Yeah, something about this just... The capture card does not like that. Oh well, at least I got to the end, so... Less headache there. Hopefully. I'm sorry about that. It seems like it's on again, off again. It seems like it just has to do with what type of level. Alright, I'm at 7-4. I'm close to the end of the game now. And more of these platforms and... Oh, the wolf guys are gonna come back too, aren't they? Probably, probably not. No, they're definitely gonna be here, I just don't know where they're gonna be. That's what scares me the most. You never know when blue wolf people will pop up and spoil the fun. Shroom. Chapter 2. There you are. I'm a lot more attuned to them now than I was when I started, so... Alright. There we go, just take out the froggies. Alright. Not grabbing that. I know that's gonna be a bad egg. A little devil inside. I'm not devil, death. But bunch of spiders. I feel like I just did this in the previous set of levels. Yeah, I did! It's getting even lazier. I was here. The previous boss stage was this. Jeez. Yeah, the previous boss stage was this. This is just... I can't believe it. Alright. There's the boss. Alright, you're getting too close for comfort there, boy. Come on. Alright. Alright, he's backing off too far now. I'm kind of getting a little worried about that. Alright, come on. Somehow I didn't get hit by that, but... There we go. He drops the watch, and... Yep, I'm at the goal! Alright, I'm at the last set of stages, I think. I did this stage, like, not too long ago. Like, yeah, it feels like it's just looping, and it was... Yeah, the first half was unique and creative, and now it's just... It's the same stage again, but more hazards and enemies. Alright. Whatever. Alright. Is the graphical glitches on the screen still going on, or has that gone away for now? Because I don't know, I'm kind of jiggling between looking at my TV monitor and the PC monitor. Alright. Okay, yeah, I forgot I can't take it too long here, because then I'll die. I played Shantae games. I haven't played the new ones. I've played the first 3 games. The Game Boy Color game, Risky's Revenge, and Pirate's Curse. I have not played Half Genie Hero or the 7 Sirens games. And yeah, kind of funny you mentioned that, because one of the Wonder Boy games is kind of like a predecessor to Shantae. We haven't gotten there yet, but that's the one that's getting remade, by the way. But no, I'm totally down. Yeah, I like the Shantae games, but I have no means of streaming them though. They're all on the 3DS, my 3DS. I haven't gotten the re-released versions. I think you can get the Game Boy Color game on the Switch now though. I don't know. I think you could. I saw a post about that. Can you get the Game Boy Color version on Switch now or other platforms? Ouch. Oh, so they are porting that one over. Yeah, that's good though. That's kind of... I appreciate that they're preserving their games, unlike some companies that I've already mentioned too many times earlier. Again, I wouldn't be, probably not too soon, but I think in the future I might stream the Shantae games. Really like the first one, especially. It was really impressive what it was. A Game Boy Color game with pretty great graphics and animations, and the gameplay itself was like a Metroidvania. Yeah, I know that's the case with the series as a whole, but I think the first game especially kind of sticks out in my mind for being so bold. Alright. Cool, cool. That's really helpful. Oh, well, I missed that, but at the same time I got to a checkpoint, so... Pat's Kiss is cool. I haven't actually beaten that one, I believe. I don't know why, but I kind of like... It's fun, it's a different take. Instead of transforming into different animals, you get gadgets and such. And that's... Oh, no! I got the devil. Got a checkpoint, but I also got a devil. I have to make sure I don't... I gotta get my vitamin C. And I think I did. I think there was milk in that egg. Because, again, that's the logic we're going with this game. Okay, I'm just gonna have to be careful with these enemies. I got plenty of time in-game, though, so it's not... Yep, I'm not gonna have to go. The later Wonder Boy games kind of become Metroidvanias too, in a way, actually. Not excessively so, but the later games do. Not so much the earlier games, but the later ones are going to be much more Metroidvania-y. Though it kind of switches genres at first. Like, the first game is a basic platformer, the second game has RPG elements, the third game is a shoot-'em-up. And they're fun games, like, but then they start, like, doing the second type platformer with RPG elements from the second game onwards after the third game. And the swordfish got me. Again, we only have like 3 stages left in this game, so... So I take it you're familiar with the Wonder Boy games too, to some extent, at least the Monster World games? I don't know if you are, but assuming you're bringing up like Shantae and Alex Kidd, I guess they all are kind of pretty similar structurally, so... Yeah, this is invisibility. This is, again, just repeating stage layouts as was earlier. More enemies here, but that's about it. And the jump seems a little bit more tighter there, but still. This is easy peasy. Now that I know what I'm doing. Ah! Overshot that. Again, I am so close. I am so close to beating this game. Just have to go it for a little bit longer. Keep getting enemies off screen. They make squeaky noises. Close enough to get the doll. Close enough to get the bees. Oh, I said, are you familiar with the Wonder Boy games? Or the Monster World games? That's what I said earlier. Like... Because again, the later games have like you playing as knights and such, and they have more RPG elements like equipping armor and whatnot. Yeah. And it's this stage again, like my least favorite stage, and... Yeah. Yeah, I can carry the skateboard with me here. So I was stuck in an earlier version of the stage a long whiles back. Not Devil really... Imp, not Imp. Grim Reaper. Oh yeah, you also... That's funny though, because while I've played most of the Wonder Boy games, I have not really touched the Adventure Island games. I'm aware of them, I know about them, I even know about some of the obscure spin-offs related to that, and don't know if I'm gonna... Actually, has there been any resurrection of Adventure Island since Hudson got bought by Konami? Because I haven't had anything since then. They make new Bomberman games, but I haven't like seen like that. I don't know. While we're talking about like old school platformers, are you familiar with like Bonk or PC Genjin? Like, that was a Hudson platforming series I really like, the Bonk games. Kind of... I mean, yeah. Bonk's Revenge is like one of my favorite 2D platformers ever. Not the only one, but Bonk's Revenge was kind of weird. And it's kind of funny too, because I got into Bonk purely because of Team Fortress 2. Like, that's like a catchphrase of one of the classes of Scout, and then like, I saw a video mashup, music mashup on YouTube called Bonk's Revenge with the Scout's face on the cover, and it's like, that's what got me into Bonk proper. Like, a silly little Team Fortress meme is what got me into that classic platforming series. And here we are, we're at the final stage, the end all be all. Music's pretty serene though, considering that this is, again, the last level. Nothing dramatic, nothing intense, it's just this pretty chill music for what's, again, the final confrontation. I believe so, at least as far as this episode goes. I'm not playing on I'm playing on normal, I'm not playing on hard. Because that's you die once and you lose. Alright. So far so good. This is where the wolf boys are gonna come out now, isn't it? Yep, if it's like the one... Yeah, I still recognize the layout. It's from... The levels are giving me grief are the ones that keep popping up, but they're not giving me grief anymore because I can run! That almost threw me for a loop. Alright. Yep, we're almost there. Alright, so far so good. Haven't gotten a nasty devil egg, reaper egg. Ah! I got tripped up on the little wolf guy. I was doing so well up until that point on this stage. Yeah, I can afford to do overtime here. I might even extend even farther, depending on how things go. Like, if I don't beat the boss immediately, then... Oh, he's gonna come up here now, isn't he? Yep, and I was too slow on the draw. Gotta make a mental note of that. Alright. Sorry we're not gonna be streaming Wednesday, but I have plans at the very least. So... I will be here Monday with Pac-Man 99, and it's a little early for the closing statement, isn't it? Well, technically it's not, but... Alright, I only have 2 lives left. Let's slow down a bit, grab the fruit, and let's conclude this, hopefully. Oh boy. Okay, that's gonna be a little tricky to get over. Like, really tricky. There's the true pixel perfect jump there. There we go. You're not gonna take that away from me. I'm gonna beat this. You can't stop me. Let's get the milk and let's take on the true form of this dude. Which is no different than... You froze a little... Bob. Alright. Keep doing that. I'm not afraid of you. Maybe I'm a little... Okay, don't get too that close. And there he is! He's down! His head's not disappearing, but he's like dead for reals, and... Okay, he winked at me and hot. Alright, this should be it. This should be the ending. The normal ending. There's some random devil guy that never showed up. Apparently his girlfriend was just A-okay. Yep, everything's all hunky-dory, and he's proposing and everything. Cool. Dot dot dot. What does this mean? I am so confused. I'm guessing these were from the Returns version, but they just got lazy and reused them, so that devil was a Cupid, and then they got made. Cool. Everything's all happy and hunky-dory. And yep, that does it for, I don't have the patience to sit through the credits. I'll play the music in the background, but I'm not gonna actually sit and let this play out for once. And, whoa, there's like a dog with cats on it. There was a ferret on a scooter? What? Raccoons? Was this all from the Returns version? Okay, never mind. I thought I was going. This seems non-slick, but a hamster holding another hamster, a space raccoon, a mouse with a mustache with a credit card. What? Were those like enemies from the? Okay, I'm just kind of. That was kind of random. Alright. And I'm here to say that, thank you all for coming. I was able to... Took a little longer than expected, but I was able to beat the entire first Wonder Boy, and I'll be here next week playing Wonder Boy 2 in Monster Land, I should say. And that's gonna be that's gonna be tough. Not much I can tell you. Tomorrow, Monday is going to be Pac-Man 99. I'm going to get vaccinated on Wednesday, so no stream then, but hopefully once that's taken care of, we'll be back Wednesday doing co-op Perfect Dark Zero, even if the game itself's not terribly all that spectacular. But, as usual, just stay safe, stay happy, stay healthy. Enjoy life as much as you can. Life's too short. Take care of yourselves, and until next time, goodbye. Auf Wiedersehen.